Welcome to Prague, the fairy tale capital of Czech Republic, known as the City of 100 Spires. It is a place where Gothic cathedrals, cobblestone alleys, and medieval squares come together like a living storybook. This tour was put together by Samkook Travel Tours. For all your travel needs, don't forget to reach out to them. So we left Vienna for Prague and went by road, and that took us about 4 hours, 20 minutes thereabout. The journey was smooth, peaceful, worth it, and all round amazing. Entering Prague, the uniform red color roof caught my attention. Our first stop was, of course, to our Airbnb, somewhere very close to the city. This Airbnb apartment cost €735 for 4 nights. A quick house tour. Now let's get into touring Prague. From the famous Charles Bridge and the mighty Prague Castle to hidden cafes and colorful streets, this city, Prague, is full of magic and surprises at every turn. Now I will take you through the highlights and little moments that makes Prague one of the most unforgettable cities in Europe. First visit was to the Wallenstein Riding School. This is a part of the Wallenstein Palace complex in Prague, where you find the extensive Baroque gardens, which include the riding school, now serving as the seat of the Czech Senate. The National Gallery Prague utilizes the riding school for temporary exhibition projects showcasing various art forms. From the fence or cafe terrace beside Lobkowicz Palace, you get a spectacular panoramic view of the city of Prague, including the iconic Charles Bridge and the Vltava River, along with red-roofed houses and green hillsides. This vantage point allows you to see the City of 100 Spires from an elevated position within the Prague Castle complex. Next thing to do in Prague is to explore the majestic Lobkowicz Palace Museum at Prague Castle, which is home to the highly acclaimed the Lobkowicz collections, the oldest and largest private collection in Czech Republic. For €15, the museum offers visitors the opportunity to explore the history of Europe through the unique perspective of the Lobkowicz family. Located on the south side of the Prague Castle is a Theresian noble ladies' convent, also called Rosenberg Palace. The convent was founded by Archduchess Maria Theresa in her capacity as Queen of Bohemia in 1753 to provide for unmarried daughters from impoverished noble families. Parts of the palace have been open to the public since 2010. The Noble Women's Convent was dissolved in May 1919, and the building was subsequently used by the Ministry of the Interior. Still within the Prague Castle is St. Vitus Cathedral, a magnificent Gothic masterpiece in Prague and the largest and most important church in the country. It serves as a burial site for Bohemian saints and kings and was a site for coronations. The construction spanned nearly 600 years, beginning in 1344, and features Art Nouveau stained glass windows by Alfonso Mucha and the tomb of Saint Wenceslas. The cathedral is known for its soaring spires, flying buttresses, and the intricate golden gates with a mosaic depicting the Last Judgment. St. Vitus Cathedral is an important symbol of Czech national pride and a vital part of the country's religious and cultural heritage. Another important building in the Prague Castle complex is the St. George Basilica, one of the city's oldest surviving churches. Predominantly Romanesque with a Baroque facade added in the 17th century. It was founded by Duke Ratilius I in 920 and became part of St. George's Abbey in 973. After a fire in 1142, it was rebuilt in its present Romanesque form. The Saint Lumina Chapel was added in the 13th century. The church houses the remains of Bohemia's first martyr, Duchess Ludmila. Holy Mass is celebrated every Saturday at 5 p.m. This building also serves as a concert hall. Remember that all the notable landmarks mentioned earlier are present in the Prague Castle. A worthy and important place to visit in Prague is the Prague Castle. It is a castle complex in Prague serving as the official residence and workplace of the President of Czech Republic. Built in the 9th century, the castle has long served as the seat of power for kings of Bohemia, Holy Roman emperors, and the presidents of Czechoslovakia. It costs €29 to tour the Prague Castle. The Bohemian crown jewels are kept within a hidden room inside it. I got to know that according to the Guinness Book of Records, Prague Castle is the largest ancient castle in the world. The castle is the most visited tourist attraction in the Czech Republic. In 2024, the castle attracted 2.59 million visitors. Nestled within the Prague complex is the Old Royal Palace, a palace that holds centuries of tales within its walls. Originally built in the 9th century, this beautiful palace has witnessed the rise and fall of kingdoms, a devastating fire, royal ceremonies, and the likes, making it a cornerstone of Prague's rich heritage. It welcomes over 500,000 visitors per year. The Gothic and Renaissance architecture is great to admire, including the majestic Ladislav Hall, the charming All Saints Chapel, the Diet, and Ludwig Wing. A beautiful garden I'd recommend you visit, which is also a park, is the Hattic Garden. It is one of the south gardens of Prague Castle, a tranquil public park nestled in the heart of Prague, boasting a rich history and picturesque landscapes. Originally designed in the 18th century, the park has undergone several transformations. The park offers a serene escape from the bustling city life, with lush greenery, charming fountains, and a variety of sculptures. It also hosts numerous cultural events throughout the year, such as concerts, art exhibitions, and literary festivals. Importantly, it offers a spectacular view of the city. You can get a good view of Charles Bridge, Mains Bridge, and other bridges along the Vltava River. The entrance to the garden is free. Note that the gates at the western end of the garden is for exits only to the castle square. One of the historic and scenic stone staircase in Prague is called the Stairs Zameko Shody, Old Castle Stairs. They connect the Mala Strana, Lesser Town district with the eastern gate of Prague Castle. It offers impressive panoramic views over Prague's red-tiled rooftops and the Vltava River, especially when descending. The 121 steps are relatively steep but are a popular option for those leaving the castle. A notable statue going down the stairs is called the statue of Saint Philip Neri. It was completed in 1715 by Ferdinand Maximilian Brokoff. Originally, it was situated closer to the Archbishop's Palace and was moved to the current location in 1764, crafted from sandstone. Saint Philip Neri is the founder of the Congregation of the Oratory and is known for its dynamic composition. In the Lesser Town district of Prague is one of the city's most significant Baroque buildings. Its striking facade, dramatic interior, and prominent dome make it an unmissable landmark on the Prague skyline. It is called St. Nicholas Church. The construction of the present church took nearly 100 years and involved 3 generations of the Denzenhofer family, completed in 1737. It has one of the most impressive church interiors in Prague. The church is a prime example of Bohemian Radical Baroque, characterized by its expressive, monumental, and dramatic style. The bell tower, as tall as the church dome, can be climbed for a scenic view over Lesser Town and Vltava River. The church features a large organ with over 4,000 pipes. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart famously played this instrument during his time in Prague. It is a popular venue for classical music performances, including daily organ concerts. Wandering our way into the city, we found the Old Town Bridge Tower. The tower serves as the entrance to Lesser Town, Mala Strana, from the Charles Bridge. It is a Gothic monument and its construction began in 1357 AD during the rule of the Emperor Charles IV. Designed by the architect Petre Pala, the bridge can get very busy. However, the tower gives you a good view of the bridge and the surrounding area. Access is free with a Prague Visitor Pass. Even if you don't pay or walk up, the tower itself is picture-taking worthy. An interesting location that caught my attention is the historic tavern. Claiming to be one of the oldest pubs in Prague, dates back to 1375. It is known for offering a unique medieval dining experience with period costumes, live entertainment like fire breathers, jugglers, belly dancers, swordsmen, and musicians, along with traditional Czech cuisines and unlimited drinks, typically served in a hearty, authentic style. It is near Prague Castle, open from Monday till Sunday from 11 a.m. A famous graffiti wall in Prague is the John Lennon Wall. It's located at Grand Prairie Square, Lesser Town area of Prague. It's a historic legal graffiti. After the 1980 murder of John Lennon, a mural of Lennon was painted by an unknown artist onto the wall. And as more people expanded upon it, the wall slowly became a place for free expression of the then communist Czechoslovakia. It has historically been used for demonstrations and carries a central theme of John Lennon, but it also features designs relating to local and global causes such as global warming. The wall has also inspired other walls across the globe, such as the Hong Kong Lennon Wall. The wall is owned by the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, which until 2019 allowed all graffiti. As of the latest reconstruction, the wall exists as a semi-legal graffiti wall. Spray painting has been banned and only some areas of the wall are allowed to be used by the public. Next on our list is a historic watermill located on Kampa Island in Prague. It is called the Grand Prairie Mill. This iconic landmark is situated along the Sectova Canal, also known as the Devil's Stream, which is an artificial offshoot of the Vltava River. The water wheel has existed in this location since at least the late 13th century. Though the current wooden wheel is a replica, the wheel is the largest in Europe. Although the mill is no longer operational for its original purpose, the wheel continues to rotate. Driven by the flow of the Setova Canal, the mill is famously guarded by a statue of a vodnik or water sprite, also known as Kaborik, a figure from Czech folklore, adding a whimsical touch to the historic site. A central and defining feature of Prague is the Vltava River, which holds immense historical and cultural significance. The river and its banks are lined with numerous landmarks, including Prague Castle, the Old Town Bridge Tower, and the National Theatre. The Vltava is the longest river entirely within the Czech Republic, flowing for 430.2 km before merging with Elbe River. It has played a crucial role in Prague's development, serving as a source of water, means of transportation, and a power source for mills and industries. The river has inspired art, notably Bedřich Smetana's symphonic poem, Vltava. It also offers various leisure activities, including scenic river cruises, kayaking, pedal boating, and enjoying the lively riverbanks. Known for its charming cobblestone streets, picturesque setting, and pleasant outdoor spaces with benches and trees is the Kampa Island. It also features various cafes and restaurants with outdoor seating, contributing to the typical European town square atmosphere. Located within the Malá Strana Lesser Town district, it's separated from the mainland by the Setova Canal, also known as the Devil's Stream. Home to Kampa Museum, which houses contemporary art, and near the iconic John Lennon Wall. A pedestrian-only medieval stone arch bridge in Prague, Czech Republic, is the Charles Bridge, named after its founder, King Charles IV, who commissioned its construction in 1357 to replace the collapsed Judith Bridge. This 516-meter-long bridge crosses the Vltava River, connecting the Old Town and the Lesser Town. It is renowned for its 30 Baroque-era sculptures created by different artists, and serves as a major Prague landmark and tourist attraction, especially famous for its stunning views of Prague Castle. The bridge was an important part of the royal route. It was also once used for horse-drawn trams, buses, and cars, but has been exclusively used for pedestrians since 1962. The bridge offers a magical and romantic atmosphere, particularly during sunset and at night, making it a must-visit for tourists. Prominent statues found here include statue of Saint John of Nepomuk and a famous crucifix. A popular square in Prague is called the Wenceslas Square. On this square, you find the Saint Wenceslas statue, and behind it is the National Museum. The statue depicts Saint Wenceslas, the patron saint of Bohemia, on horseback, accompanied by other Czech patron saints. The National Museum is located at the upper end of the Wenceslas Square. It is a striking example of neo-Renaissance architecture. It houses extensive collections of natural history specimens and cultural artifacts. Today, the square remains a bustling hub with shops, hotels, restaurants, and cultural venues. It is a central gathering place for locals and a major tourist attraction, also known for its seasonal markets like the Christmas market. A renowned kinetic sculpture by Czech artist David Cerny is the head of Franz Kafka. It's 11 meters tall and stands outside the Quadrille shopping center in Prague's New Town. Made of 42 independently rotating stainless steel layers, it mesmerizingly refigures itself to form and deform the face of Franz Kafka, reflecting his complex and other-troubled personality. The sculpture performs its rotation every hour, typically lasting for about 15 minutes, offering a captivating visual experience for visitors. Considered the father of the nation for his leading role in the Czech national revival is František Palacký. His monument is found in the center of the Palacký Square. The Palacký Square is the only square in Czech Republic where public assemblies are permitted without prior notification, earning it this nickname Prague Hyde Park. The square is also a major tram hub, a popular spot for rallies, demonstrations, and public events, as well as a transport intersection and a place for locals and tourists to gather. An iconic building which is a prominent example of deconstructivist architecture is a dancing house, famously nicknamed Fred and Ginger due to its resemblance to a pair of dancers. Completed in 1996, the design is intentionally dynamic, contrasting with the surrounding historic Baroque, Gothic, and Art Nouveau buildings of Prague. The bubbly nature of this square is so memorable. This is a historic public space in the Old Town quarters of the Old Town Square. It is one of the most famous and beautiful squares in Europe, renowned for its diverse architectural styles, including Baroque and Rococo buildings, as well as the Old Town Hall and the Astronomical Clock. The square is a hub of activity with restaurants, shops, and cultural events taking place. It is also home to hotels such as the Old Town Square Hotel, located within the historic buildings surrounding the square. You also find one whose memorial in the Old Town Square, honoring the influential religious reformer One Hus, unveiled in 1915. On same square is the Kinsky Palace, a Rococo palace housing a part of the National Gallery, Prague. Same square is the Prague Astronomical Clock. It is the third oldest operating astronomical clock in the world, first installed in 1410, also the oldest in Prague. From 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., the clock comes alive with the procession of the 12 apostles, accompanied by the animated figures of vanity, greed, death, and lust. Beyond the standard time, the astronomical dial shows positions of the sun and moon, lunar phases, and zodiac constellations, and it can even tell time in Old Czech time and Babylonian on equal hours. You can view the hourly show from Old Town Square or climb the clock tower for a closer look. So that was Prague, a city that feels like stepping inside a fairy tale, but one with secrets hiding every corner. From the bridges to the spires, it's a place I will never forget. But the story continues because next I am heading to Dresden, a city destroyed by war yet reborn from the ashes in ways you won't believe. Don't forget to subscribe. The journey isn't over from Samkook Travel Tours. Until next trip, bye!